Hey, what's up, the world of YouTube? I am here with some beautiful people on Zoom, and we're going to chat about allowing abundance. That's what we're going to chat about today. My name is Jane Collins. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in live. And my idea, because we're going to talk about a few different ideas of abundance, right? But have you guys ever walked into a room or a store and been like, yeah, this is a great feeling in here, right? You just feel amazing. It's very welcoming, right? Yeah. But then you've walked into another store or another group of people and you're just like, whoa, you just don't feel welcome, right? You don't feel like you belong. So with that, this is a very interesting thing. It's the same thing. Like if you have met someone, you can say like, oh my God, they're amazing. Or you walk in and you're like, or you meet them and it's not like they're mean or ugly to you. They don't really say anything like super rude. I mean, maybe they did, but probably not. But you just were like, something just didn't connect. It's the energy. That's what you guys are feeling. In any of those situations, it's energy. And we don't really see energy. We feel it. There might be some people who can see an energy with the naked eye. We call that an aura. I've definitely heard that people can train themselves to do that. And maybe you're one of those people. Congrats. But for the most part, most people, we don't see it, we feel it. So when we feel our energy, right, we also talk about energy in a feeling aspect, an emotional aspect, right? When you're feeling crappy, you say, hey, I'm feeling crappy, whatever that is, or you're not in a good mood, I'm not in a good mood, or I'm feeling great. Today's a great day. Like you can kind of also hear it in someone's voice too. Again, that's another energy frequency. Sound is a frequency. So is using essential oils though. That's like a really cool thing. And the cool thing with essential oils is the sense of smell goes directly to our brain. So that aromatherapy aspect goes to the amygdala, which is in the limbic center of the brain, which affects our emotions and our heart rate and our blood pressure. It's really cool. It's an amazing thing. So, but really also there's other instruments that we use to measure energy that, because we can't see it, like the Killer in photography, voltmeters, and then Bruce Tano created a beautiful way to study energy and things, which is how we know some of or a lot of the frequency of essential oils. So really also Einstein said that everything is energy and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you can't help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. So I'll say that again. This is from Einstein. Everything is energy and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you can't help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. So it's a really cool thing when you think about it. And this also ties into like when you feel stuck, and so allowing abundance. We're talking about abundance physically, right? Money, the wealth aspect, but happiness and health, right? I really feel like when we have that happiness, there's going to be some physical mentionings of energy too, of the hertz. We're able to enjoy more, right? And then that allows more things to flow. So then we're not stuck. When we are stuck or we're kind of blocking, right? We've all kind of had those thoughts of, well, this isn't working out. This is, today's a bad day. And we kind of just let that take on that day instead of being like, oh, well, that was just a crappy experience. Let's not do that again, or something like that, right? And then you think of, or you're like, you try and learn from that situation, whatever it may be, right? There's a lot. We've all had that. And so really it's understanding what you're using around your body that can really help elevate you and help uplift you. So with that, a little bit more about my story for those of you just finding me on the world of YouTube or on Zoom. So my name is Jean Collins, and I have had my own health experience. I used to get sick all the time, and I had sinus infection, flu, pneumonia, kind of repeat. And then my mom actually found essential oils through one of my little brothers having night terrors. So my brother Javier, I have two brothers that are adopted. I also have a biological brother too, but my two brothers that are adopted, they're younger versions. They're quite a bit younger than me. And when he was a baby, which about 15 months, he started having night terrors. He would just freak out, get huddled up in the corner, and it would take so long to get him to sleep. Well, one night my mom went to the essential oils her friend had sent her from Young Living, because she had already been using essential oils, but they weren't the quality of Young Living. Hence our beautiful seed to seal process. So with them not being the quality of Young Living, she didn't think of it until that one night she went and she saw a difference. So my little brother, who was huddled up in the corner, freaking out, screaming bloody murder, calmed down within 30 minutes, and he was asleep for 8 hours. That was pretty huge because he hadn't really been sleeping. He was anywhere from 13 to 15 months, and he was only really napping, taking 1 to 2 hour naps, which for babies, like, yes, they do, but they sleep more. They have a more consistent sleep than that, especially throughout the night. So there's, with the seed to seal process, it's science, sourcing, and standards. It's a little bit of science photo right there and right here. So that's why I love Young Living and I represent Young Living, is because of the quality and my own experience, plus my little brothers, and now hundreds of people that I've helped, soon to be thousands. And then I know well, I guess I don't really know them, but I know other people who have helped thousands, and there's millions of people that have been improved by Young Living, and it's all non-toxic as well. Because like I said, it's what's in our environment. Everything affects us. So we have to be really aware of what we're cleaning with. So like, this is the Thieves Household Cleaner. A lot of those ingredients that were grandfathered in 1976 with the Toxic Substance Control Act, so you guys can look that up, they are still on our shelves today, and they affect our endocrine system, which is an aspect of our immune system, but it's also our endocrine system is our hormones as well, right? So it's very important to know the things that you are using in your environments. They're using to clean your clothes, especially your clothes, because you wash them. So that's the first sign, washing and drying. You fold them, you put them away in your closet, and then you're wearing them. So laundry and clothes, you get a lot of different touches. You want to make sure you're replacing that toxic with an amazing Thieves laundry soap, which is perfect. So going back to this allowing abundance, when we have a negative thought, it actually, they've done studies with this. This is Dr. Rife's work, and your frequency drops 12 hertz, right? When you have a positive thought, it goes back up 10 hertz. When you're meditating or praying, it goes up 15 hertz. There's also the cool thing with essential oils is any essential oil starts at 52 hertz and goes up to 320 hertz, that being rose. And the interesting thing is too, is disease sets in for any human at 58 hertz. Flu-like symptoms is 57. And the normal range of the human body is 62 hertz to 68 hertz. Just so you guys have an idea, that's not really that many. So think about negative thoughts and fear and like the information that's been happening. We have to be really aware and know and protect ourselves. So with that too, we have our beautiful conscious and our subconscious mind, right? with our conscious mind, we can really think anything. We can create a thought. It's our intellectual mind. Our subconscious is our emotional mind. So we really just want to be aware of what thoughts we're emotionalizing with. Now, Bob Proctor does great work on this. I might touch on it a little later, but if you want more on the conscious and subconscious, or you can also join the study program that I'm in, Basics, but Bob Proctor has a lot of free info on the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, really changing paradigms as well. So that ties in to our thoughts, tie into essential oils, because essential oils, like I said, with that sense of smell, going directly to the limbic center of the brain and affecting our heart rate, our blood pressure, our mood, can help uplift us. Now, usually an essential oil with 78 or below is going to kind of work more on the physical body for the most part. But the cool thing with essential oils is that they do work on the mind, body, and spirit. Now, when I use an essential oil topically, I let it drop from my hands. There's a few reasons. One, again, I know we can't see the aura, the energy center, but it's going through multiple layers of that energy. Hopefully, I'm sure if you are watching this, you believe in energy on some level. And Valor has the measurement of 47 hertz. Valor is really good for balancing and creating courage. So in allowing abundance, right, that's the topic today, we might need to have some courage, because probably if we're stuck, right, we're blocking it somehow, and we're going to need to make a change. And for most humans, change is scary, right? There's very rare of us that realize, okay, change is the only constant. Luckily, I kind of learned that, but I still do get scared. I'm a snowboarder, learning steeps. Sometimes I know, I can tell that I'm in my head and I'm like blocking myself. It's really interesting thing. Anything can have a little bit of a mindset, or like you got to jump over that fear. You have to have that courage, right? So Valor is really good for that courage, but it's also very balancing. And it's really good for the spine as well. It's amazing for our spine. So we have to make sure we have that courage to allow the abundance, right? Now, the next essential oil that I want to talk about is harmony. Because harmony, again, balances all of your chakras. Well, there's most of them, but you guys get the idea. So again, I'm going to drop it. There are two other ways to use essential oils, right? Just the aromatherapy, smelling it, and then the internal use, which I will show you really quick. This is lime vitality. So just take a drop of lime. Lime is really great for, I think I'll put 2 drops in, that'll be fine. Lime is really great for your muscles. It also does have D-limonene in it. All citrus oils have D-limonene, so you guys can research a little bit more about that. Basically, citrus oils are really good for the digestive system, and but lime is really great for your musculars. So I like a lot of lime, especially since right now I've been snowboarding and pushing myself a little bit, so it's good for my muscles. We also have things like these beautiful energy drops, so you can mix that in. And this is non-caffeinated. It's a different, well, it is caffeine, but it's a different form. And then we have electrolytes as well. Vitality drops, electrolytes. Just throwing those in there in case you're like, hey, I need to hydrate, because we are also mostly water. So we want to make sure that we have a good amount of water that we're consuming every day. Cheers. Okay, so harmony. Like I said, harmony is really great for balancing all of your chakras. I apply harmony on my solar plexus. And that is just, it's really good to help balance everything. It's also near your belly button. You can put it on your belly button too, because your belly button, if you're like, hey, I don't really know where to put an essential oil, your belly button's a great place, because when we were in our, mom's womb, then that's where we got our nutrients. So we have a lot of nerve endings there, and a lot of ways that the essential oils can spread out throughout the body. They work on a cellular level, and they go where they need to go as well. Physically though, we like to put them, like if my neck was bothering me, I'd put essential oil on my neck, or like my arm or something. That's usually what we like to do too. But for harmony and this protocol, I put harmony on my solar plexus. Sometimes I'll put it on my heart chakra too. Harmony has an energy of 101 hertz. So that's pretty awesome. I have also experienced with harmony, and kind of going back into the mindset and thinking about what you're thinking about. When we're changing something and we want to have more abundance flow in, right? We have to be in harmony with where we're going. So that's another reason why I like harmony. I have to be in harmony with my goal, with my vision, with whatever it is I want to see happen. Now, the next oil I want to talk about is joy. Joy is also really good for grief. And when we are sad, or more, sadness, anger, frustration, those are more on the side of fear. They are a part, our emotions, our energy, our feelings, our emotions just tell us where we're at. It's one of those signs that universe, God created to help us weave through life. Because usually when we're frustrated, right, when we're forcing, think about it, like if you've forced something off or forced something shut, it usually breaks, right? Something breaks on it. It's not good. We can never be on the side of forcing, frustration, fear in order to achieve whatever it is we're trying to achieve. So it's just like a little warning sign. That's it. That's how I see it anyways. Hopefully that helps you see it. So joy, and this is actually also the Great Day Protocol. Valor, harmony, joy, and then we have one more. So joy is a beautiful blend of florals with a little citrus. I put this on my heart chakra. And this is what I start my day with every day to make sure that I have a great day. Hence the Great Day Protocol. And like I said, joy is also really good for anyone who is having lost someone on that side of grief, right? Okay, so the next oil, and joy has a frequency of 188 hertz. And then white Angelica is our next oil, which has 89 hertz. White Angelica, I've been taught to think of this as a double mirror. So this is the last of the Great Day Protocol. I do have some other essential oils I will talk with you about. But I usually apply it like on my neck, kind of my shoulders. And then what I do is I kind of take, because I'm creating a protection. White Angelica is, like I said, that double mirror. So I'm seeing what I'm putting out, how I'm communicating with people, right? And people are seeing how they're communicating with me. So it's a really cool, that's how it's a double mirror, right? But it's also a protection. So I'm protecting my energy. And I kind of like do this all. And if I don't have clothes on, some people do rub it on their clothes, but I like rubbing it on my skin. So like in the summer, I'll like rub it on my legs, right? And my arms and all that. But I prefer the essential oils on my skin more when I'm applying them to me, because then I get the benefits, because it all works on a cellular level. And we also have reflexology points on our hands, feet, actually just throughout our body, but definitely on our hands too. So that's another little tidbit there. And like I said, white Angelica has the 89 hertz. So that's a really great way to start your day. I'm going to briefly recap the Great Day Protocol. Some of you are probably like, dude, I do this every day. Well, good. Keep doing it. Valor. I usually put Valor on my wrists. I didn't do that, but it's usually where I do it, on my wrists. My hands are fine too. Harmony, solar plexus. Joy on the heart chakra. And then white Angelica, like on the shoulders, neck, and kind of protection around. And you can say something like, I'm protected, or I'm going to have a great day, or I'm in a good mood, things like that. That is something I do every morning. Obviously tonight, I'm doing it tonight. It's just, it's beautiful. It's really, I've noticed quite a difference. So I hope that you guys implement that and use that every day. The other thing is, like I mentioned earlier, if I didn't, now I'm mentioning it. Usually when we have a frequency of 78 or below, that's when we're working on harmonizing and balancing more of the physical body. Now it still can help on that spiritual level and that emotional level, right? That mindset. But for the most part, it does also help the physical, hence why essential oils work on a mind, body, spirit. Peppermint is at the 78 hertz. It's also interesting though, this is also a physical thing, right? Peppermint is really good for your digestive system. Anytime you have a digestive issue, this is also the vitality version. So you can apply it to your water. There is a topical version. I found this one first. So, and then peppermint applied topically is really good for occasional headache. And it also is really good to regulate our body's temperature. So the other thing though, with peppermint that I know from my beautiful Releasing Emotional Patterns book with essential oils. And there's a study in here. One of Carolyn Means patients was having issues with abundance. He was blocking it, if I remember correctly. And the oil that he needed was peppermint. I think it was the fear of failure. I think that this is also all just coming in. I'm pretty sure it was the fear of failure. So those of you live, we can chat about it. Yeah, it is. It is failure. Well, it's just failure in general. Failure, the opposite of that is unfoldment. So I accept growth is her words that you guys can also use with peppermint. I accept growth. And it's the thymus is the alarm point. So our body gives us signs, right? Pain for me is pay attention inward now. It can also happen in our face with acne or on our back. But there's so many different signs. We just have to be taught. So that's partly where I come in, right? I'm your guys' teacher on how to pay attention to that and to notice that. And that's why before I started, I mentioned to everyone, have you ever noticed when you have thought about you're in a bad mood, things aren't going right, they keep not going right, and then the abundance is kind of stopped. When you're on the side of, oh yeah, today's a great day, everything's working out, the abundance is flowing, right? You're in that enjoyment, the abundance is flowing. So we just have to be, again, really aware of our emotions. Again, essential oils really help with that. It's really cool. So thieves, I brought in thieves for a few reasons. And allowing abundance. Thieves, well, one, we have a whole line of products that are non-toxic or toxic free. They're toxic free and they support us. We even got mouthwash. What? But seriously, so thieves though, Dr. Oliver Winker did again an energy, but he hooked someone up to, no, he hooked himself up and had someone else reading the energy of his brain, or where when he smelt thieves, where his brain was lighting up. It's so cool. Guess what? It's both the right and the left hemisphere. Thieves really activates the whole brain. So I also call this the creative oil in my mind. So that's one way you can also use thieves. Plus, thieves is really good for our immune system. A lot of us are really focused on that right now with everything going on. So thieves is great for that. And there's a whole cleaning line and hand sanitizer and things of that will protect you in this toxic brain. So there's also, thieves has the frequency of 150 hertz. Throwing that out there. Also on the side of creation is Envision essential oil. And Envision has a 90 hertz. So 90 hertz is what is good for Envision. And then of course, I couldn't do allowing abundance. I have to talk about abundance essential oil because there's an essential oil called abundance. So this is also very interesting. I've had people say that this is the law of attraction oil too. So we want to be really aware of how we're thinking. In general though, what I've said earlier, we do want to just be aware of how we're thinking. Because that's going to affect our body and everything is and what we attract and what we're going through and our thoughts. So abundance is a great essential oil. And people put it on your money. They put it in their wallet, they put it on their money. It's just such a really cool oil. So, and a lot of the oils in here are from ancient times as well. Like there's just this intuitiveness of why abundance is such a cool oil. So abundance has orange in it, and orange is very uplifting. It brings joy. A lot of people, it's also an inner child, just throwing that out there. But when you're a kid, a lot of the time you had fun peeling an orange and it was really tasty, right? So orange. It also brings security and peace. Frankincense was very valued in ancient times, more valuable than gold, and is a very spiritual oil. So there's a spiritual aspect in this abundance. Patchouli is another one that the East Indians would put on their clothing and homes to attract the good things in life. So patchouli, legends say, represents money, and those who possess it were wealthy, were considered wealthy. It's also really relaxing and calms the mind, right? Again, kind of going back to a feeling of, you guys have all probably experienced, you're trying to hurry up and get everything done, you're rushing around, and things are starting, you're dropping things, it's taking you longer because you're in that rushing state, right? You're like, I gotta get everything, you're in that chaotic state. Whereas you're like, okay, I have a lot to do. Let's get number one done. You have that like confidence, that calmness, right? Get it done. And that's a cool thing with the sense of smell. Clove is also associated with, in the Oriental world, associated with abundance and considered to possess the wealthiness, right? Ginger is highly prized in ancient times and amplifies the law of attraction. So again, law of attraction oil, be very careful. Why I'm saying that is because if we kind of go back to our thoughts, right? If we're thinking on the itty bitty shitty world, we're gonna get the itty bitty shitty stuff. But if we're like, everything's great, I'm winning. Today is a winning day. It's an amazing day. Then everything will be great and amazing. So myrrh is just amazing. Ancient times. It's also really good for the skin and the teeth. And then cinnamon bark. China and India have it as great value. Their riches were measured by the amount of oil they possessed. The empires of China and India. The emperors, sorry. And then spruce, which also spruce is really good for any relieving emotional blocks. It also brings balance, right? Tree oils bring balance. Think of trees. They usually have that beautiful balance. Sometimes when they're like, even like, you're like, how is that tree even still standing? It's kind of like tilted. And it's just there. It's really cool. It has that balance. And black spruce especially is really good for like getting things in deeper, which is really like a cool thing. There's also some physical lung support in there as well. So that's it. That's abundance in a nutshell, in an essential oil. So the reason also why I started with valor is because we want to have courage in allowing abundance. We want to have courage in that change. And also just with the Great Day Protocol in general, start with that so you can have a great day every day, because that's what we should have. Even during, like, there's still going to be moments, like I mentioned before to one of the beautiful people on here, we will have those moments of ups and downs. Look at a heartbeat, right? When it's beating, it's going up and down. If we were flatlining, we wouldn't be here. So we will still have those moments, but we can use our essential oils to move from the side of fear, frustration, anger, annoyance to joy, hope, gratitude, and use it throughout the day. They're super simple and super tiny, and you can carry them everywhere. There's even sometimes little containers, little cases, right? So I hope you guys can see the benefit of using essential oils every single day, right? Can you guys see how important it is? And can you see how easy it is? Like literally just take a drop. There you go. Oh, the other thing with abundance, I will tell you, abundance has, because it has the orange in it, here, I'll just show you too. Can you see it? Kind of like, it's orange. It can stain white. So if you're wearing white, make sure you don't put it on your clothes. Either way, so just throw that out there. And can you see the benefit of joining my team and how I'm here to always educate and support everyone? So there's a few different ways you can join. The best way is to really jump on, get all of these beautiful oils. That'll give you over $100, over 100 PV, and you'll get free shipping and you'll save 24% because you will join as a customer. A good way is if you're like, girl, let me just use the abundance oil. I know my mindset's all straight. Then grab yourself some abundance and then you will pay the retail on it. And you'll easily see it with my link, which is below for on the world of YouTube. It'll show you at the top right what you can get at 100 PV and save that discount. And also that free shipping. And also there's a beautiful subscription. If you can see the benefit of adding some vitality drops or removing those toxins, then you can jump on a subscription. Anytime you're on a subscription of 50 PV or more, you're going to get loyalty points back to order free products. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching on the world of YouTube. I'm going to unmute and open it up for questions for those of you live. So YouTubers, jump on the live, message me, let's connect. Bye-bye.